Okay, hap for hap around the house. We're going to grind up some meat using a $15, it's an Oster Kitchen Center. This is just some cube steak. I'm going to grind it up to make burgers. First we're going to chunk it up, and then we're going to try the meat grinder. I've never used this before. I bought it a couple years ago actually, the little food center. And I'll show you that in a moment, but first we're going to chunk this up so it'll fit into the meat grinder. Like that. We usually buy a half a cow, have it packaged up, and it's really good quality meat. All right, so I'll take you over there, show you the actual processor, the grinder, and everything that came with it. It's really quite amazing. All right, here's what we bought for 15 bucks. Got a food processor right here. We've got a blender. That little black thing right there is a base for the bowls to sit on underneath the mixer. You've got mixing tools right here. You've got different blades and graters for the actual food processor. And of course, this is the electronic version of the Oster Kitchen Center. And it also came with a meat grinder. And it can grind up at two different, I guess this would be, fine grade is in there already. I've got a fine grade in there, and this would be more of a rough grade, I believe. Everything works really good. It's really well thought out. You've got a little tool if this gets too tight. You can take it and see how that fits in there, and you can wrench it off. But I don't know why it would be so tight. Look at that. Everything comes off super easy. You've got a blade back here. Then you put this on, and there's a worm gear in here that turns and pushes the meat towards that. The blade comes around and just cuts it. It's pretty cool. We're going to give it a try. I have yet to use this. In fact, I don't think this was used at all. It's all really super clean, and I don't see any presence of wear or tear on it at all. So let me get it set up and we'll grind some meat. Okie dokie. Let's see what we can do here. Again, I haven't used this yet, so let's see if it works. The actual motor is turning and working. It has a little bit of variation. I've never heard one before. I've never used one before. Perhaps you'll be able to hear it once I turn it on. So we turned her on. We're going to start off really slow. Hear that variation? Let's give it a try. What the heck? See, now I'm not doing anything right now other than letting it grind. We'll turn it up to number 2. That seems about right. And here's what the control panel looks like. Again, I have it on number 2. I don't want to really turn it up more than that because I don't think it's going to be necessary. Here's a little bowl that comes with it, with the meat. Put another piece in there. That's a long one. That is really neat. Look at that though. Kind of messy. Although the cat seems to be freaking enjoying it. Alright, I'll fast forward through some of this. That's almost done. I got a little cleanup to do on this table. All right, shut her down. Let's check out the grind. Isn't that something? So yeah, so this thing works really nice. And I see why you're going to need that tool. Because once you use it, I imagine there's probably meat and stuff that gets caught in there. A lot of pressure. I'm also going to shut it off. I don't like putting my fingers near stuff that can cut them off with powers. If it can absolutely come back on. Oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, it's all powered off so I can monkey with this. There it is. Then you got your blade in there. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a nice grind. I'm impressed with that. Now, it smelled warm, this actual... The motor smelled warm. I'm going to, perhaps I'll pull it apart, make sure that the lube that they put in from the factory in the 80s is actually still viable. And the, I don't know if there's a gearbox in there. I'd have to check that out. It doesn't feel too hot, like it's burning up. But I'll have to investigate that sooner. But for 15 bucks, this Oster Kitchen Center is really awesome. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Consider supporting our channel with a subscription. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Hat for Happer. A little bit of extra footage here. This is how this grinder actually mounts. You screw this in. It does come out. I thought it might have been captured, but it's not. So you just leave it screwed in a little bit. And work that out. See that? You push on this. I think you push on this worm gear. There it goes. It's messy, so if you're going to be using something like this, make sure that you're in a spot that it's not going to ruin your table or anything, or the carpet or anything that's around. But yeah, there's the worm gear. See that? There's a big wad of meat that I'll throw in with the other grind, but there it is. This works fabulous.